Welcome to Black and Gold Today, brought to you by Ray Brandt Infinity. I'm Rachel Whittaker. With a fantastic Super Bowl in the books, let's welcome in sports columnist Jeff Duncan. What a night in Phoenix. I mean, we knew it was going to be a close game, but of course, not the way a lot of people thought it was going to end. Actually, probably no one thought it was going to end the way it did. The call, obviously, I didn't have a problem with it being a pass, but, you know, thinking they may catch the Patriots off guard. But Pete Carroll's explanation was just strange, I thought.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Rachel. It was really convoluted answer. They were talking about the fact that New England had defensive personnel in the game, goal line personnel in the game, and really dictated what they ran offensively, and that's why they tried to pass. I'm of the opinion when you've got a guy like Marshawn Lynch, who's clearly one of the most difficult ball carriers in the league to tackle, you don't worry about personnel. You don't play the numbers game. You don't outthink yourself. You just give him the ball. I mean, the New Orleans Saints, of all people, can tell you how difficult he is to tackle. The Arizona Cardinals as well. But I just think the time was ticking down, and they made a poor choice. I think they would have been better served maybe just to spike it there and get back to the line and regroup and get the right personnel in the game. They're going to think about that decision and that last minute of the game for the rest of their lives, the rest of their careers. They could have been back-to-back Super Bowl champions. It's been more than a decade since that's happened. And they clearly played well enough to win the game. I mean, they answered the bell after New England came back and took the lead. They drove right down the field. Obviously had a spectacular play by Jermaine Kearse. But I thought that neither team deserved to lose that game. Both teams played very well, very few penalties. And it's just a shame that it kind of came down to really a bad judgment call to decide that game.
When I saw him having to thread that ball right into traffic, that's not really something that he excels at. He's more of a maybe throw a fade or, you know, roll out and see what he can do. If it's not there, just throw it away kind of thing. But that play, I mean, like you said, Pete Carroll, Darrell Bevell, they're going to be looking at it, maybe questioning themselves, maybe not. But regardless, the Patriots are winners. And we'll come back right after this.
Designing luxury with children in mind could be a little excessive, but we found the perfect balance with the Infinity QX60, featuring effortless third-row access.
Welcome back. Well, Jeff, the Patriots and Seahawks, clearly the two best teams going at it for the World Championship on Sunday night. But the Saints just came out 30-1 odds to win the Super Bowl in 2016. So I don't know about you, but I think they have a long way to go to catch either one of these teams.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. I think the Saints would be the first to even admit that. Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis know this is a big offseason for the organization. They've already made a bunch of changes to the coaching staff and in the personnel department. But I think if you're looking for hope, if you're a Saints fan, just look at the New England Patriots. Look at the offseason they had a year ago, Rachel. They added Darrelle Revis and Brandon Browner at cornerback. That was a big weakness for New England a year ago. They get two starting corners in one offseason. They had Brandon LaFell, the former LSU standout, at a receiver. That was also a weakness for them. They brought in Brian Stork in the draft from Florida State, a guy that a lot of people thought the Saints should draft. They added about 4 or 5 starters to their team in the offseason, and that vaulted them to a Super Bowl. So if the Saints can hit on all their personnel decisions this offseason, we know they've got salary cap problems, but if they can hit on these draft picks and add a few parts in free agency, I think they can get back into the playoffs. And then you just never know what happens there. Ball bounce is funny sometimes. It's oblong. Maybe they get a couple wins and get some momentum and win and get back on the winning track. So it's not all hope's not lost. They've got talent on this team, but they can't afford another offseason like the one they had the year before, where they really just kind of struck out on everybody.
Absolutely, but Drew Brees got some good years left in him, so with that guy leading the team, anything can happen. Well, Jeff, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you real soon.
All right, Rachel, take care. Always fun.
Definitely. Another football season in the books, but we'll see y'all on Friday.